Hey, what's up guys? It's Yeti here. Today we will be talking about the current state of the Division 2. As many of you may or may not know, Division 2 has been out with the DLC now for about a month, and a lot of people on the forums or Twitter or Reddit are just constantly talking crap about the game and saying how it's dying. And I, as someone who is playing the game pretty much 24/7 lately, and I'm a big fan, I kind of want to give some points and either defend the studio a little bit or confirm that some things definitely need to be fixed. But yeah, the first point to address is the game is not dead and it's not dying. I think the game definitely needs to get some stuff fixed. However, we should not expect that to happen in a day or two, just because right now, because of the certain virus happening, the developers are actually working from home, so we can't see as much cooperations from the devs, which means that the time of patches coming out is going to be a lot slower. So the first point that I think I want to touch here is that I don't want the solo players to be nerfed. I think they confirmed in the last state of the game that they will make the game harder for solo players and easier for groups. I don't think they should nerf anything and make the players feel even weaker, because right now there's practically no diversity in builds, and I think that they should fix bugs first. I think that the first bug that should be fixed is the damage fall off and the elementals. Basically, whenever you get set on fire, you're instantly dead. And about damage drop off, basically an SMG or a shotgun or an AR or a machine gun or a sniper, they all feel the same on the enemy side, right? You don't know if you're fighting a sniper or an SMG person, because all of their shots do insane amounts of damage from really, really far away. It does not matter how far you are, they can literally one or two shot you, right? And yeah, for elements, like if you get poisoned, if you get burnt, you basically have to either beat a sniper class and instantly start pre-healing, or you're dead. At least that's how it is on challenging, and I believe on heroic. I haven't really played much normal or other difficulties, but yeah, I've played mostly challenging and heroic, and I do get one shot. I am playing mostly a DPS sniper build, which brings it to the second point, right? So right now, there's only some builds that are viable, right? There's only some guns that are good. I think they shouldn't nerf those guns. They shouldn't nerf, like the M1A or the Bullet King. Instead, they should buff the other guns so that we have more diversity in builds, because honestly, the M1 feels fantastic right now. It's not like people are using it just because it feels overpowered. The gun has really good spread, really good recoil. It's awesome to use, and I want more guns to be like that. It's like, for example, I use the M4 because it's genuinely a good weapon as an AR, right? Something like a Scar, I think it's called Mark 17. It just doesn't feel that good. Like, I have a god rolled Scar and I'm not using it just because the M4 just feels 35 times better. Like, the rate of fire and the accuracy and stability are just perfect. So yeah, I think I want more guns to be on the same level as the M4, for example, as the M1, as these god tier weapons, right? That would add so much variety for just DPS players already, right? Because at least make the DPS builds better or more diverse. The second thing I want to add is also connected to build diversity, and I want them to add more options for defensive and utility builds, because right now everyone that I know and is like a competitive division player, whether it's like PvP or just trying to farm PvE, everyone is actually playing the same all red build. Like, everyone goes every single glass cannon-ish build with crit headshot damage, crit hit damage, just pure attack. Utility does work, but you can't play solo with it. You can do certain things where your heals will be super strong and your turrets will do a decent amount of damage, but you cannot go tank. Like, you cannot go tank at all, right? So I think tank is still better than going 2-2-2, which is basically like an all-around build, like a hybrid. You cannot go hybrid. I haven't seen a single person go hybrid and do well so far in Division 2, Warlords of New York. I have not seen it. And if it happened, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, I also want them to make, whenever you're playing like an assault rifle, or an aggressive class, a full damage, full red class, I want them to make the utility and defense also a little bit stronger. Like, yeah, I'm a DPS, but why am I getting one shot? I don't get it, like, every time. Also, why does my turret do like no damage, and why do I heal like 0? Like, I have to use 3 heal chem launcher charges to get like half of my HP back. Like, what the fuck is that all about? I don't get it. And another point I also wanted to touch on today is the exotics. I also mentioned previously the Bullet King. Bullet King is fucking phenomenal. It's really good to use. For example, there's another LMG called Pestilence, which is just not even nearly as good. But I did hear that it will fix it or actually buff it. I don't know exactly what they will do, but it's going to get stronger. But like at the moment, I think I'm only using Bullet King and the Coyote Mask and every other exotic I have, which there's like, I think I have like 3 or 4 or even more exotics. I don't use a single one of them because they're just all bad. Like there's just no exotics right now that are genuinely good. Like for example, I think it's called Merciless, the AR, or not, sorry, the rifle. That would be, I would use instead of my M1 in my rifle build. That rifle is ass. Like, it's an exotic, but the kick is just too fucking high. There's no reason to use that. The M1 just outperforms it easily, and the M1 is a base weapon, you know? You don't have the thing where you can have only one equipped and it's holding you back. So every build can have an M1, and not every build can have a Merciless, but for some reason, the Merciless is way worse than the M1 already base, you know. So I think exotics have to be buffed. The power of exotics has to be significant because there's the idea that you can have only one equipped at a time, right? I do think Coyote Mask is good, by the way. I just want to say that Coyote Mask is good, and Bullet King are good, but I think we should buff everything to be on their level. Don't go and nerf these because that's just stupid. Instead, buff the others so we all have that feeling of power in Division, because that's what looter shooters are all about. Like, you want to have power in your gear, in your character, right? Also, another thing, probably last big point of the video, is loot drops. Whenever I'm using, or whenever I'm farming challenging or heroic, I'm still getting purple drops. Actually, a lot of purple drops. I don't know how that is happening. Yeah, they have to be definitely tuned. We both need the drops to be better in terms of quality, and we also need a higher quantity of drops. And we need purples removed. But I do believe that purples removed is actually confirmed. So that is actually going to happen, hopefully, in the near future. But I do also think that we need to get buffs on the actual quantity and quality of the loot, especially the higher you go. Like, right now, heroic is almost not worth it. Even challenging feels like normal sometimes, honestly. Another thing I wanted to mention about loot is, I think open world is literally bugged right now. If you're doing open world, like just normal outside of missions activities, and even if you're doing it on challenging, the loot, I think, is actually same as a normal. So NPCs do get stronger, but they don't even drop better loot. So I think that definitely has to be looked into, because I want players to have an option to do either open world or to do missions, right? Because that's like 2 different play styles. There's different kind of people, different builds work for different things. And yeah, I also want that to be looked into. So if there's any devs watching this, please look into that. That would be absolutely fantastic. Or if you're a player of Division, you know, and you've experienced these issues yourself, you can, you know, tag them on Twitter, tell them about it, make a Reddit thread, a forum thread, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. That is going to be it for today. If you liked it, press that like button. If you want to see more Division 2 content, press that sub button. I'm also live streaming on twitch.tv/Yeti pretty much every single day around 3 p.m. Central European time. So if you can make it, and if you want to say hi, I'll be more than glad to have you. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.